if I say OF still want to try to win this. Corner found that recon was so good. Dodges the paranoia coming in from the other end, but Wayne was quick to react. I want to say quick, I want to say Wayne, and it just turned into Queen.
Sometimes that's what it is, you know. He's Wayne, and he's the queen.
It's the queen of quickness.
Yes. But otherwise, standard 2-0. I mean, it's like just standard trades. OLF, once again, sending it into sight. Trades coming through. DSG able to hold. They were trying to poke and prod around some of the sites to get a sense for how DSG has their defense set up, but I don't think too much was gathered there. I do have a little bit of story, though, for Darren here. I mean, he's just such a talented player. And he got that insane ace during Pacific this year, and I talked to Ben about it, their team manager. You know Ben, right, Tash?
Yeah, ex-bleed manager.
Yeah, and it was that Darian sometimes, you know, has confidence issues, but when he really believes in himself, he can pull off the straight.
Get crazy, please! There he goes! Straight up in the face, just with a Spectre.
One enemy remaining.
For Kimmy, from the other end comes through. Upgrade to the Vandal. Rhea, sharp. But with these kind of shots from Crazy Guy, hard to hold. The 3 in a row from DSG converting that bonus.
I love it. We were just talking about it. He goes in and does a crazy 2K.
He
His
felt the
teammates there
aura.
to back him up. That's exactly it. He feels the aura, and Kimmy's there to back him up as well. This is that DSG, and this is that Darian who is here to kind of support the team in any possible way that he can. And when he's feeling himself, like, he's just able to play in his own way, to play and find these positions where he's able to frag out. So we want to see more of that from him for sure. I can understand, you know, like, when you have Ye on your team, sometimes you're like, yo, that's Ye, I have to, like, respect him. But Ye's not here anymore. Maybe Darian's that new Ye for DSG.
Darian definitely can be. Positioning from Wayne, good. Great opening. Very unfortunate for OF here, as Wayne still stands his ground. Star positioned. 2 stars, in fact, in front there, but Sikuma all alone on the other side. Rhea going down as they put this flash.
Spike down.
Wayne! Reaction time is so good.
One
Chop
enemy
stuck
remaining.
in a corner. Darian wins his jewel, but Chop for 2. Shots are good. 5 HP on him. But Styron, the better gun, is gonna win it in the end.
Check. I mean, it's like, again, the trade's coming through. He's playing around Badlands a little bit more. So he's able to find these frags coming in with the Sheriff. He has that aim. But the coordination's a little bit off. I mean, they're just sending into sights, and DSG's able to kind of pick them off as they push in.
Duels, like just how did Darion and Rhea BTW, I believe, on one end, right? So I think maybe some more confidence might be needed for them to be able to win it, because at the end of the day, your head gets popped, you go down.
Yeah, that definitely does happen a lot. They are also playing online, so that could be another factor. But whatever it is, they are here, and they need to figure out how to make it through, or at least get a couple of rounds on their side, because this is stage 3, and they are gunning for some of those top spots towards the end of this tournament.
Up on Kimmy. But all eyes on Sikuma. Cam up. Darion quick to take it out. As they inch forward, you can start seeing the pings already. They want to clear the backside. They want to move Darion out the way. We have the fast lane. We have the null command. And everyone's just rushing onto the site. The stun is there. But look at the patience coming in from DSG. Okay to play these retakes, but it's put quite a lot of damage onto Kimmy.
And the main factor is the null command, completely blocking off Darian, so he can't really fall back either.
Oh, there we go. That's Uta. Quick opening on Kimmy. Crazy Guy just walks up here. The IGL of DSG. Flash out from Shimei. But it just keeps DSG at bay for some time. Hunter's Fury, let her rip. Rhea bites away. Shots are true onto Wade. They walk up here. Darion. But Sikuma answers. Crazy Guy alone and Uta. This is its big round 3 in the bag and 1 point on the board.
I belong
Quick little
here.
hit. You have that null command. Darren could not prop up his stars, and Kimmy did not have the best angles. And ultimately, that's what foiled DSG's setup. So, a little bit unlucky. But nonetheless, a very good execute from Oblivion Force. I mean, they just timed everything correctly. They had the post-plant setups. Rhea hit an incredible shot all the way from the back of Nest, and that's ultimately kind of what wrecked DSG's plans. Still though, DSG has so much money, they're just going to buy up again. We still have 4 ultimates on the side of Oblivion Force to play with, though.
Yeah, a lot to work with. A-main is the target of hit here, waiting for the smokes to dissipate. But you can see the positions of DSG. They've been playing a little bit more on the passive side. They aren't exactly pushing out either. It's been more of a reactive game for them, and just relying a lot on those shots, on the amount of sprays they can get, because all of them are just incredibly sharp.
There.
Yeah. So for now, Oblivion Force still needing to kind of just play it safe, gather information as to how DSG might have themselves set up. For now, it's still the same thing, though. I mean, it's always been Kimmy and Darren on the B site, everyone else towards mid, towards A, excuse me. And I think they've kind of figured that out. So if they want to do anything, they're looking to press down against Kimmy, press down against Darren, and then crack open with that.
Cracked open with that cosmic divide already. In a more aggressive stance here, Kimmy shots not connecting, but surprise, surprise, Darren on the side, and unfortunately, he only gets one. Not able to land those crucial headshots as Crazy Guy with those beautiful shot darts.
Remaining.
One by one, they fall before Crazy Guy taking a 3 to his name.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide was meant to kind of block them off, but instead DSG just knows exactly how to position themselves around it, play off of Darren, play off of Kimmy, the ops still being able to be preserved for the next few rounds. And that's, you know, just one more ultimate being spent. Maybe it's tech issues.
Maybe,
like, who knows?
I mean, some teams, they have this thing, right? They call it the warm-up map, where, you know, some teams, they always lose map 1. This was something that's said about EDG. So maybe this might be something as well. Okay, trade of ultimates all around here on mid. Uta to break that door as Crazy Guy, this time around forced out of his position, will try for that recon, and they immediately break it. So they have an idea of fast lane straight into vents. Here's exactly what you said just off Quack, how they're trying to take control of this area. They do. Overdrive online. Some taps all around here just to see if anything's around, and for DSG, they're okay to give up that side, just wait for them to come to them. But
Spike
smoke set up
planted.
stars already in case for the gravity well. And now it's time for the Hunter's Fury as Siren for 2. Chop does take him down, but damage done already. 3 on 3. Grav well, buy some space. The Aldrin as well, just to clear out that site.
I need obscuring vision.
Putting smokes here from Darren as well. Time ticking. Crazy Guy does get pinged here. He's in trouble. Chop just walks out. He shoots. Walking through that cosmic divide here, Kimmy unable to hold, leaving Darian all alone, and he falls. And now OF looking so good too on the round, and perhaps this break was something they needed.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, okay, for people who might be unfamiliar to this, but I think most people watching this on Soup, like very specifically to go onto Soup to watch this, it would be, you would be more familiar, but for those who might not be, tech pause means you can't really discuss anything during that time. It's only for technical timeouts where you get to discuss this stuff.
So you don't get to talk to your teammates?
No, but then, you know,
Today
they
I
managed to
learned something new.
sync up with that after the fact, and that was that mid-play, the little bit of a push through vents. Uta did a lot with that Neon, but at the same time, I really want to credit Rhea because he had his stars with the gravity well to buy time, block off DSG as they try to push out from spawn, and that time allowed for Chuck to kind of position with the off angles to catch DSG as they tried to push out, right? I mean, Crazy Guy was kind of unsure where to, you know, he had so many different angles to look for, but it's around the side of the site that he kind of got pinned down.
You know what's really interesting? Sometimes I have talked to some coaches, you know, some of the mental coaches as well about what a timeout means, right? I mean, for most people, they think, oh, it's time for us to really discuss our strats. But talking to some mental coaches or coaches, sometimes they call a timeout just to cool off. And it feels like that tech timeout, even, yeah, they're not allowed to talk to each other, right? But it feels like that tech timeout was allowed them to just really breathe and get their thoughts together. And think that, you know, not to get overwhelmed. It feels like that because the way they played this just now, like you mentioned, it was very systematic. it was a lot more confident, I feel, compared to before. Because you saw how, I don't remember, was it BTW or Chuck who was able to quickly react off those pings and just walk up and shoot, crazy guy in the face. Because we did not see that earlier.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Because we're not coaches. But you're absolutely right. This mental thing can definitely help them out because it's like a full reset to just bring yourself into the game. Like, maybe the first few rounds you start to lose a little bit and you have that, what do you call those? Those intrusive thoughts, Tash. And then they start to whisper to you and you're like, you suck. You lost a pistol. Oh my god, you're washed.
Quack.
You never know, you know? Like, sometimes I have these thoughts, right? But
yeah,
then
I think everyone does. But
the tech pause comes in and you're like, hey, I'm gonna slap my cheeks. And I'm like, yo, I'm here, I'm playing, I am good enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
You know, I think it's also very interesting as well because, you know, the one thing about Valorant is that, yeah, you're doing every round again and again, right? With certain variables, though, because you'd have no clue what they're going to be doing on the next round. But every round is a reset. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up, especially when you're losing 3-4 rounds in a row. I've seen teams just go straight on to that tilt, which is why it's so important that most teams start bringing in, a mental coach now. And I'm happy to see it happen in Malaysia as well. We have a few orgs that's already brought in a few. So I talked to Site Check from Fnatic.
Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
So I did talk to him a bit about like what exactly is his role in the team about these things, how to manage their thoughts, you know, how to deal with very overwhelming, situations and pressures, and you can really see the difference of teams with a mental health coach and without, because after all, when you're doing the same thing over and over every round, it can get. You can get carried away, and now we're back in the game once again. Forgive us for the many technical pauses. It is, after all, an online tournament.
I love the point you're bringing up, though, Tash.
Yeah?
I mean, yes, it was tech pause, but it's a very good point to make, because it is a very mental game. So mental health is important, guys. Please check on your friends. Whatever it is. Yes, it's now back towards OF. They just won the previous round. They have their full buys, and they're headed towards B.
I am really hoping that win can just really help them move forward. That was huge from Kimmy. 2 in fact, as Dara just jumps in through smoke to catch Uta off guard. The track answers, so at least that's one consolation prize. But still, a huge disadvantage of them in terms of players. Now they've already seen where Cha is. It's all about finding the last one and updraft upwards, and they're just swarming him. Styron quick to finish it off, and DSG quick to just adapt to every single round. Love seeing it.
Yeah, because again, it's like another stock standard execute from OF. It's just marching up towards B, not really kind of establishing their presence towards any other part of the map. So as long as DSG hits their shots, which they did, Kimmy in with the off as well, everything just goes south. So I mean, that's the thing about OF right now. These guys are the cream of the crop from Hong Kong, Taiwan, and we want to see them do so much. Back into a team. And he's here, though.
Oh, great opening by him. He's not done. He wants more. He knows there's one more there. He knows there's 2. In fact, Darian, quick to find Sikuma, eliminates him on the spot as they quickly swarm off those areas, denying the many space. 3 pickoffs already. Chimei to fall. As Ria BTW with only a Sheriff in hand. Flashed as well. Cannot do anything. A flawless from DSG.
Very clean. Kimmy having the awareness to, or maybe it's the IGLs, whoever it might be for DSG, because previously it would have been Starred, right? But
it's now Crazy Guy, actually.
So now it is Crazy Guy. Thank you for that, Tesh. We have confirmation. Crazy Guy, ex-IGL of Bleed, now comes into IGL for DSG. Yo! And maybe he was the one who made that call, or maybe it was Kimmy who said he wants to do it, but swapping him over onto mid with his op here, it's just locking things down.
Changing it up, catching OF off guard. DSG can do it all, but for OF this time, it's a slow crawl onto A main. Crazy Guy already suspects it. Immediately gonna drop that recon. They break it. They already see the recon as well. Sees everything, in fact.
Deploying drone.
And they make off.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Tash, all the information, like DSG is just doing such a good job at retrieving all of it. So they are prepared for these upcoming hits if OF continues to push up.
On the ready. Moves back. Just as the smoke dissipates.
Cover going out.
But what now, OF?
I'm
Been
out.
standing here for quite some time. Smokes get refreshed. 40 seconds to go. A lot of time to work with. And from the backside here, crazy guy by the Uta. In fact, he might shot as well. With
Spike
Kimmy
down
and the rest of
A.
DSG, they just lock them down. Sikuma happy to find Styron. Waiting for
enemy
that to
remaining.
go down as well.
Whoa.
Plays so beautifully with that cyber cage. Straight to a mid top here.
30 seconds
Neural
left.
theft activated. It's all about finding Kimmy. Vandal in hand here. You know where he is. Camp will be noted. He checks downwards, but Kimmy ready for him.
Why he do that?
What he I was quite surprised that he would actually put the cam there because it really just gives away his position.
I mean,
this, yeah.
I think it's fine, but like to jump down on
Okay,
the
jumping
cam.
down also, yeah, that as well. But the thing is, when he put down the cam, I do not remember whether or not Kimmy did break it.
That doesn't matter, but like the jumping down was the weirdest part to me. But still, very good play. I mean, like that's what we wanted to see, right? Sikuma playing up around mid. He managed to get those 2 kills. The team might have not been too great on that push towards A side, but they're exploring and they're trying something different now, and that's what we want to see more of. But they're running out of rounds now. It's gonna be round 11 in this first half. Kimmy's still up towards mid with the op.
No position, nothing yet. Let's see the movement of
There.
Styron toward there. They already know Kimmy is there as well. The op shot not connecting. They're gonna try and overwhelm him here. He has positioned himself, excuse me, all the way to the right. 1, 2, 3, peek. And Uta,
Careful. Gotta go.
very narrow. Deciding not to challenge it, and they make a beeline for the B side.
Yo, but look at this though. Initial shot up towards mid, and Kimmy instantly repositions towards B heaven, B rafters, and he's using that angle to kind of potentially stifle anyone who might push up B. And that is that value of the operator. That's the value of his positioning as well. Starting here to assist too.
Sound red already. Stock center stuff as Ria was ready for Kimmy, but are they ready for Darion? Great stuff here from Sikuma and Uta. Taking
30
them down
seconds
one
left.
by one. Leaving only 2 members of DSG left. They're playing together here. Not too keen on their positioning to one side of the side. They retake position very quickly as Cha plays quickly with his teammates, and it's a team ace, 1 each for OF. Looking
Last
good,
round
3rd
in
point
the
on the
half.
on the board. Excuse me, they could make it an 8-4.
Yeah, great awareness and anticipation from Oblivion Force. I mean, I'm not sure who it was, but it clearly was a team effort, right? Because it was Team Ace. They were all aware of the possibility that Kimmy would approach back towards B Heaven, and because that's something that he's done before. So they were adjusting around some of these plays. They had the right setups. They are making use of Chime's 0 point just to block off like stairs and stuff. And it makes DSG, it makes it that much more difficult for them to fight back. But wow!
Huge by Wayne.
Cover going out.
A lot of damage onto Chime as well as Sikuma. His face blown off immediately as he peeks. And now, OF have to make a choice. Where do they want to go in? How do they have to do here? And with only 3 people, no Uta, no Sikuma to watch the backline. Scary situation to be in. Spotted out by the owl drone. Crazy guy. Happy to just put in a bit more pressure through those smokes, but OF not reacting to that. Just waiting for the right time to see if anyone were to push through. Now the smokes go down here.
Nowhere to run.
Here comes the Hunter's Fury. They try to flush him out the way, but Crazy Guy still wins it
Spike down
and
mid.
jukes the Hunter's Fury? Oh my goodness. Smokes up. Ria still not happy with the possibility that a Crazy Guy is hanging around mid-side.
Last player
He's holding
standing.
and he wins it.
Sleep.
Finally
Okay.
goes down to Chuck. But it took that was very, very labor just to find him. Chuck, sharp as
30
ever.
seconds left.
That's the shot we saw during Ascension. A jump peek onto B site as Darion is waiting and ready for him. Reconned out, not close enough. Knows where he is. He's being very patient right now. The other 2 coming through. Paranoia as well. We also heard the null command come through.
Well divided.
Nowhere for Shot to go.
Yeah, classic DSG
Switching
teamwork towards the
sides.
end of that half, but otherwise, good little attempts from Oblivion Force. Chuck still has sharpshooting to make it happen, but then again, that initial push out, this call from...
We're never far apart.
Oh my gosh. Cursed energy is strong with this one. But anyway, it's going to be DSG on the attacking side this time. And look at this already. They're extending their licks all across the map. You got Wayne watching towards A main. The rest of them kind of pushing out towards mid. And there's an instant frag.
Yeah, Chuck got a bit too curious there with Wayne on one end. And I think it's good because if anyone were to push out here, he's going to be ready for the boot on one end. It goes down though before finding Siron, but it's good enough already. Swapping the guns, Rhea waiting inside of the smokes. Could work out, but I'm guessing he wasn't really sure how many is close. Are we gonna see a jump from yesterday?
Good. Wouldn't make noise though, but at the very least, if he stays in that position, it's an off angle, it's an elevated angle as well. So DSG would have a tougher time clearing it, and that's why they're not just blindly pushing out of A right now. This is a good call for DSG because they have the numbers to rotate and overwhelm any isolated player who might be up on the B side, and there is one. It's Sikuma.
Good.
30 seconds left.
Already on the side, Crazy Guy will be caught by that trip, but no follow-up. And Sikuma quick to be eliminated as well. Completely overwhelmed by the amount of bodies pushing onto the site. Now it's the wait.
It's all smoked off.
Yeah. Only 2 members as well. I mean, we've seen a 2-on-4 before. But DSG, they're playing it very safe. They have a 2-2 formation going on. Sorry, 2-1-1 formation going on as Darren finds Chime. Rhea. Oh my god, Rhea for 2. Not quite sure what happened there. He's still gonna try. On one end here, unfortunately for Crazy Guy and him, rather. What's the word? That crouch!
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, I took a while
Pressing
to come
control. Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, this is classic DSG teamwork. You saw Crazy Guy getting hit by that trip, but all it did was to lure Sikuma out of his position, where you had multiple DSG players marching up B main, taking him down. Like, that's how DSG plays together as a team. And apart from that, their composition works beautifully for this, because once they get the site, double controller, they are refreshing their smokes just to block out these choke points again and again.
Here.
And they're so happy to just really keep this aggressive hold onto mid area. And honestly, holding on mid gives you so much space to both B and A. Keeps everyone questioning where they're going to be pushing or going to.
Flashbang.
This is really lovely. It's all shared from OF and DSG. I mean, Kimmy's kind of the dedicated sniper, but they're looking for some targets to pick off. They're very careful as to how they're approaching across the map right now. They didn't see anything towards mid, so back towards other parts of the map. But then they are leaving Darien in as a bit of a lurk to check any potential players who might push out of mid.
Need that back.
Timing? Oh, they didn't check him. They didn't see him, rather.
Siren's in trouble.
Yep. Alone here. Moves away, but 3 phases by him, and then a beeline straight onto A. That's enough information for them to work with. And now the rest of OF
Spike planted.
forced to go for that long rotate. The most annoying problem about this map. Darian finding no one. Just gonna be waiting in main. Shots from Wayne. Easily find Rhea. Knife does find Kimmy, but I don't think he's deterred at all with Crazy Guy and Wayne. 1 kill each.
1 enemy remaining.
They know already. Wayne for 3, in fact. Chat. Presence noted. Seen him get 2 earlier just with the sheriff. Tries to go for it. They're just toying with him at this point. And it's 11 already for DSG.
Yeah, this is what you would expect out of DSG. Yeah, it was a 9-3, right? But they kept their guns coming into this next round. They only lost to Marshall, so not too bad. What you gotta love is how Wayne continues to hold the angle in towards defender spawn, because that's where they would approach him. And he has the guarding to do that. Good bullet penetration. His teammates were marking the heaven angle as well. So OF really had no way out of that. They had a good game plan to kind of push out mid, capture onto a Styron, but you know, not quite enough. And we've got Kimmy back in with the Outlaw now, and it's just perfect enough because everyone from OLF is on light shields.
Uta in a very aggressive stance this time. That's the peek-off that you wanted to see earlier. It's enough. Gets a bit of damage out of that, but still, information is information. Start to see a little bit of movement from their Sova, just hovering around mid-area in case anyone were to rotate. But for Crazy Guy, orb in hand already as well, just to really feed him. That's just one off the Hunter's Fury.
Intentionally building towards that because Crazy Guy is an IGL who loves to work with it. A very useful tool in his belt. And now that they've gotten that a bit of early space, they're just kind of holding it there. We see this a lot in how Bleed used to play last year when Crazy Guy was at the helm.
Revealing area.
So the rest of the squad bunches up together, slowly marches across the map, checking a lot of these angles together, checking the corners together, clearing out as much as possible after having established
30
presence
seconds
on the other
left.
half of the map. Now, 30 seconds left, that's when they start to execute into this B site.
Cage trigger.
Ah yes, the classic explosive strat they always do. Here comes the Hunter's Fury as well. Crazy Guy putting in the damage, gets one pick off Rhea to go down. Uta, his timing is good on that flank. But here comes Kimmy, push on the
10
side
seconds
already.
left.
Darian press one to the head,
Player
she made for
standing.
2. Now for Saron, not able to hold on, and OF, they hang on, denying that match point.
Incredibly close round, but with the full buys, OF managed to turn things back around. They heard that alt orb being picked up. Uta still, you know, kind of traveling all across the map just to show up at the right time, out against Crazy Guy, who was like mid Hunter's Fury. So, you know, they wanted to go in with an execute, but because of the flank from Oblivion Force, things started to get mixed around. And then you also had players from Oblivion Force just playing around their positions to trickle down anyone who might be trying to push up from DSG. So well played. Let's see if they can do more of that this time. DSG, they're back to that same kind of style where they're slowly marching across the map once more, but a lot more aggressive this time.
I understood I took too long just now. That's the reason why they decided to go a little bit faster. Sikuma suppressed, vulnerable as well, waiting for the right time to go. Cha finds Shikimi over on this end. Dwayne, what is that shot? 2 instantaneously and immediately TPs to the back. OF here left with question marks, no clue where to look, where to mark. Some one-way smoke set. Darren quick, tiny little micro angle, but the same thing we said with Tsuchimi as well as Rhea.
Oh!
Now for Crazy Guy, those shots are disgusting. Oh my goodness, match point is here, and DSG look dominating on this map.
Insanely clean strafing, Tash. Crazy Guy is just chef's kiss, yo. 23 kills, 7 deaths, and he is just commanding his whole team, playing a strategy game right now with this movement. I mean, it's beautiful. They're sending Kimmy in as the scout, but then everyone executes off of it as well. And Oblivion Force, you know, that was a read because they knew that Sikuma is the only guy on B. They've been sensing this so far all throughout this second half. Now trying things a little bit different. Uta pushes out though.
DSG are not showing their hand, staying quiet, not unmoving. Aldro, they heard it, they break it. They the presence of that shorty, of the bookie, excuse me. He walks in through, onto the side, goes down, but here it comes. Crazy Guy and also Wayne. Uta happy to find 1 kill off with that overdrive. A flash on one end here, Chime, he finds his value. But for Styron on the top side here, a bit of a ring around a Rosie.
One enemy remaining.
Darion,
Last
happy to
player
find Chime in
standing.
the end. It's just one person to worry about is Sikuma. 1-on-1 against Styron. They get the plant.
Spike planted.
Timing is crucial here. Styron's eyes on heaven. No clue that Sikuma's already on the side itself, but his position there coming toward main. He knows, he spots it. Cyber Cage up. Sprays are true. Dwindled him down to only 30 HP. A flash as it goes down, and just like that, 13 for DSG easily for this, because no offense. I mean, we already know that DSG is good. It's about time we see if Oblivion Force or any other team could challenge them on Pearl.
Yeah. Astra has been buffed, so I think there's a good opportunity. And Rhea in on this chamber It's a bit of oh yeah, Game Changers Championships. Please watch that soon. Also, but yeah, Chamber. You know, there is some value there, especially if you are able to land your shots up against DSG. You know, take some of those players away. But it's not going to be easy, especially if DSG marches up together like what they normally do. Look at this. Sky Smoke. Kimmy pushes up.
Yeah, it's a one-way too. Will be forced away here, but they still challenge. Forced out here from the utility, from the stuns. They already have the Haunt inside as well, taking some chip damage here and there, waiting for one, but it's Cha and Q that comes up on top. 3 members of DSG downed already. Now the rest forced to retake on this 2-man against 4.
Look at the health on OF though.
Cha is low, Q is low, Uta is low as well. Just one
Everyone's
sneeze.
low.
Yeah, I know. Uta, just one sneeze, exactly. One sneeze is all it takes. Cha down already. But a headshot is all they need. They're playing very close to this
One
smoke.
enemy
But the shots
remaining.
from Styron is just too
player
good
standing.
before going down to Uta. Tapped by Darion.
Oh!
And it's Uta that comes up on top. OF, here we are. The pistols in their name.
Completely different. He's like redeemed himself from the previous pistol. Low health, but as long as you're able to land that headshot, it makes all the difference. I think, you know, maybe some... I don't want to say that, but like, he had a sheriff and he was anticipating like, I can just body shot this guy. But Uta's like, I'm gonna play around it. I'm gonna play around that mindset. And he's just around that little corner, straight out, gets a shot. Very lovely. Now they are... Look at this, buying up rifles.
I want to try and snowball this. They haven't been seen yet by... Oh, shot's good by Kimmy. But anyways, they haven't been seen yet by the Prowler just now. Wayne still happy to play inside of smokes. A lot of pressure coming in, but he's undeterred. He's just hoping that someone pushes through and he's able to just right-click them in the face. Realizing that's not happening, he moves back. Playing closely with Styron over onto Dugout. All the way in the back here, Wayne barely misses that, but it's Crazy Guy that goes down next over the other area.
Here.
And they're just happy to kind of challenge DSG in this firefight. Like, linear angles, if you peek against us, we got so many more of us, and we got the bigger guns. We're just gonna shoot.
They do that right now. All the shots coming through. Last shot is all he needs, but Uta and Q, they take advantage. One classic kill onto Wayne. Not sure how he survived this long, but finally goes down to Q. They bring through 4 rifles.
Yes, that is the biggest point out of this round. I think objective accomplished for Oblivion Force. They, you know, came into this round with big buys, light armor, and ultimately, like you mentioned, they are looking to snowball into the further rounds. So I think they've done just that. The Marshal did do a good little bit of damage, though, alongside some of the pistols from DSG. That was the pistol that ultimately got the kill, but damage done. And let's see what DSG can do now that Darion's pulling out the Outlaw.
This time around, all eyes on mid area here. I'm seeing a lot more creativity, a lot more flexibility coming through here from OF. Styron will eventually be noted by that Prowler. Decides to give up that space, moving backwards. Here's out of a shock dart as well, just to buy time here. A jump peek by Crazy Guy. A lot of eyes here in mid area. Even if he peeks, he will be in a very, very dangerous situation. Prowler through, and I think they're trying to see how much space they can take here in mid area.
Just trying to check in case anyone's hiding. I think they want to push through B-Link, set up for that B split, because you got players coming back in to support Q to push down B long. But there's that shot! Darion in with the Outlaw.
Back on his jet. His, could say more of his classic character. Peeks out, 2 shots. Brings Rhea so low, dash away right before the knife hits. Kimmy quickly finds Uta, takes him down here. Haunt broken already. They have to flush
30
our halls.
seconds left.
But Darion looking for the right opportune timing. Unfortunately for Crazy, he was not ready, but the rest of DSG were. OF not able to hold on.
That was like every kill going down in 1 second. I'm not gonna lie, that was hard to cast as a play-by-play caster.
I just saw it and I just said, you know what? Basically everyone just died.
Yeah, simultaneously, 1 second.
It was actually insane how Darian got a shot there one
Yes.
time, and then it was Wayne coming through as well. Was it 3 at the same time?
Yes, that's why it's DSG getting such a good read for how Oblivion Force was trying to approach that round. Darian getting those crucial shots off the Outlaw made such a huge difference. Now we're back to what we saw in pistol round. Sky Smoke, Kimmy trying to check. He confirms it.
What's up? Cha was ready for him. He was so distracted by Uta's by the amount of noise Uta made.
I think he wanted to at least get one and then dismiss away, but that's a little bit too much. So unfortunately he falls, but at the very least, Wayne has the information, could smoke it off again, has the incendiary as well.
The guy sometimes.
OF not committing them.
I don't blame them. They had
They're
so much
baiting
util
out the
there.
smokes from Wayne.
Here comes Q on the set already. Wayne has already noted the wall bang's a bit much for him to handle. Uta pushes, 24 HP. He doesn't care. Goes down to Styron. So low, 30 HP.
Ooh!
But he still challenges. Sharp as ever.
Spike planted.
Known as one of the most insane fragger IGLs from MYSG. He's here to go for a retake.
Last player standing.
Can't hold on. Cha. Presence on Darian noted. Gun in hand. Trying to see if he can go for backside, but I think he might go for the save.
Yeah, it's definitely a save, 1 on 3. And money's not too great for DSG on the next round, but otherwise it's a good round from OF for sure. I mean, Styron, like, trying to go into clear sight, maybe try to get a little bit more. Darren's there as like a backup plan to support if he does pick up the kill. But OF like played an uncommon angle up around stairs, and that was the one that Styron didn't quite anticipate. So that's well played by OF. And if you look at how they really approached that, you know, taking their time, baiting out some of the utilities, and then committing to it, because then they knew, alright, this is where Wayne's gonna be. He's trying to set up for the anti-plant position with the incendiary. They wall-banged him down. They anticipated where the rest of DSG would show up from, and ultimately just took them down as they showed up. So Oblivion Force clearly having a lot more experience on this map.
It's so different watching them play this map, how they approach it, even the, you know, the vibes, honestly. It looks like they are a lot more confident in how they want to take these fights.
The vibes.
You're gonna make fun of my vocab again.
Right here.
Type stuff.
Type stuff.
It's OF right now, just up towards middle type stuff, and they're
There.
trying to explore and poke and prod around DSG setup again. But what you gotta love is Styron having a lot of his Killjoy utilities all around this spot just to gather information. Now they can confirm it's a lot of players out towards B link. Darian has his job cut out for him.
He's out the way here. The spray is Uta. That slide just completely demolishes him. Cha as well. Gonna find a crazy guy somewhere in the mix. Styron, as well as Wayne. Finding a way on site. Wayne not able to even hold on, only good for one here. They have the lockdown enabled here. They tried to break it with the fragment. Unfortunately, it didn't really hit. So it's all about that weight. A lot more space give it towards them, but it is planted for long, so there's still another problem in itself.
Stealing sight. Last player
Flash forward,
standing.
coming forward here.
Real
It's sharp for Kimmy. Now Kimmy, you've seen his shots before. He posted all the time. 2 already. A jump shot by Uta here. A grab well as well. He moves out the way. Top of that, stun as well. A lot of util dumps onto him, and time is not his friend at this moment. They need to pick together. Doesn't matter. Uta, 4 in the bag, catching him off guard. And OF, they're chaining so many rounds in a row, and it feels so different right now.
Ash, it's Uta. He's the one that's stepping up. Look at how he took down Darian as soon as he slid all the way from B link in towards the back of the site. And then the crazy movement just to repeatedly kind of bait out Kimmy's shots as well. Like they were playing it safe, but they were making it difficult for Kimmy to really land his flicks too, because you can clearly tell that Kimmy's very capable of landing some of those shots, taking down 2 players initially, even though it was 1-on-4. So right now, trying to change some things around, LXR speaking to his team, because they need to find a way to really prevent Uta from getting all that space, from being able to come in with those acrobatics, honestly.
I'm looking at Crazy Guy's background and it's giving, he's just like me for real. Collecting
This is
plushies.
like inside joke between us, because like I've been, you know, if you watch Tasha's stream and she talks with this lingo.
Yes, Quack's just older than me, guys. Don't worry about it.
It's giving this, it's typed stuff. It's, what else do you say?
Anyways, I also do go to Wayne's stream. Whenever I go there, he's very scared of me.
Do you
He
play
says-
Roblox with them?
Oh no, I don't. I go to his stream and he just starts going, I don't want Tash to be here because I feel like she's gonna jinx me.
Go, go, go.
You're not wearing a jersey today, so I think
No,
we're
we're
good.
good. I don't think I'm ever gonna get this guy's jersey at this point. Flash. Straight up to Wayne all the way on the backside here. Only sheriffs in hand. We've seen the capabilities of this team getting headshots. I wouldn't be
Spike
surprised if we
planted.
see it now. But it's still a gun disparity regardless. Slide through, boots up, just buying some time toying with him in fact.
Dim
As
beacon
Wayne,
here.
Steam beacon down, forced to move away here, and
Right
he's
here.
just moving and giving away his spot. Oh, look at the position coming on tour. Spawn, Uta for 2. Dario not able to land his shot there. 2 incoming through. Q, they're gonna check for him. Oh, he does it. He goes down.
One
Crazy
enemy
guy.
remaining.
Getting an upgrade here. Rhea, quick to TP. Saving himself, but a 3-man hole. It's a lot to handle for Crazy Guy.
Can you imagine, like, you put yourself in Crazy Guy's shoes? You know it's a 1-on-4. You hear those footsteps. You hear the neon, like...
Here comes the cavalry.
Yeah, and like, he doesn't shoot you. He's just coming out there to b-hop all around with his movement, and then his teammates are the one who, like, swing out and shoot you instead. Like,
That's how I said.
Crazy Guy's just like, what?
It's giving the something swing.
It's-
Let's fly.
It's like
You're
the-
older than me, actually.
Anyways, coming in from B long hit. This is the type of play that we usually see from Bleed last time. A little bit more dominance on B main. And Darion's walking up. But the area of contention has never been B main. It's toward this mid area here. Crazy Guy still waiting. Util in hand. Taking a lot of damage. Tyron close.
Right here.
Yeah, you can see the adjustment being the fact that Crazy Guy's here now watching the angle to support Siren if necessary. Darren pushing all the way out to the additional elevation as well. Siren continuing to flank.
Kimmy.
Molly.
Oh!
Molly by some time, not too sure what happened there, but 2 already down here. Every single hold on that bottom side gone down, and Uta as he falls real quick to answer back. They do their due diligence. They take up so much space. Look at the positions of every member of OF right now.
Spike planted.
And they got the spike, they got the sight, they're just gonna hold. That was like a very tough round for DSG. Timeout, and you would expect the adjustments coming through, but Oblivion forces some adjustments of their own as well. Very impressive that Q was continuing to watch the flank. Siren had no idea that he'd be up towards like library, just like watching him back there. I mean art, but you know that's the difference right now. So the best we can hope for is exits.
Darion, huge. 2 already. Don't challenge Darion in his half. Just don't do it, guys. Crazy Guy just waiting once again.
One enemy
Waiting,
remaining.
gets the shot onto Cha, and the other members, they all fall. Yeah, they lost the round, but a lot of economical damage, excuse me.
Probably best to play as a team.
Yeah, well, okay, not too bad.
Not
They
too
can
bad,
still
but
buy
they
up
still, can still
because
buy up, but still.
4 rounds in a row. I mean, they don't get to max out their money.
Yeah,
Womp womp.
that's what I wanted to say, but clearly the vocabs are not vocabbing today, so.
Okay. Meanwhile, for TSG, it's light shields. We got the op back in. We got some ultimates. but they haven't quite been able to take down Uta. This guy is still
You want
wreaking
to
havoc
play?
all
Let's
across the
play.
map. 11 kills up on top right now.
This time around, eyes for DSG will be to mid. And it's very wise that they do that. But when they do that, look at the positions of OLF. They've gone toward B main, they have 2 toward A main, just to see if anyone were to push out here.
Holding default, yeah. Still though, if Darren can't find
The
him,
timing. There we go. Kimmy. Sorry, Kat, what were you saying? Cut you there.
all good. I mean, exactly what you said. If they were to take Uta down,
Here.
then that changes everything. OLF now has to switch up their game plan because Uta's gone.
Coming in from mid area here, Darren just walks up, updrafts up, repositions. This man on the up, we've seen brilliance from him previously on Bleed. Waiting. They don't know where to push that smoke. Force out the way here,
One
crazy guy
enemy
onto
remaining.
Q, wait onto Chime. Leaving Cha all alone to his own devices, but not for long as Darren just shoots him out.
And you can just feel the effects of the coach's timeout. LXR, whatever he said to them, it did the trick. They, you know, started to push up towards middle as a trio, just to pinch on towards any, you know, incoming players from Oblivion Force, and that would have been Uta who was holding up towards the top. So, because they took him down, they eliminate any form of mobility, any form of executes coming out from Oblivion Force, and from that point forward, it's just easy pickings for Darien. It's up to 7 kills now with the op, still alive, able to buy up the armor as well for the rest of his team, and now we're just switching things up towards A. Don't see anything too much, so probably it's the same mid play, Oblivion Force. Styron.
Go, go, go!
Face your fear!
Star's really repositioning himself on the side already. He's still going for one. Uta did not notice him, but he puts that significant damage on Rhea. Goes down. Crazy guy gets one for himself, and so does Darion. False. They are going to be getting this plant here. But it's still a disadvantage
planted.
in terms of numbers for them.
Take flight.
Needs to find the
Enemy
info.
tag.
Aldrin will tag Chop. No clue if someone's in on halls, but they do suspect it. Flash is good. They flush out one corner with the orbital strike here. As Kimmy knows exactly where Cha is. As soon as the information hits him, immediate headshot to the head.
Just beautiful. I like frame
Team
that
ace.
that frame where Kimmy got the headshot. Screenshot it, put it up in the Louvre, and that's what you want to have in the museums. I mean, he had the Lear down on the ground, and then he airstrafed towards the right side of it just to throw out the crosshair placement right there. Chime could not react whatsoever, and at the same time, Siren did a great job taking down Uta alongside it, despite being Nightfall, hit by the Nightfall. So DSG good adjustments and being very aware as to how Oblivion Force might hit them. Now on to the next round though. This is when Uta pulls out the overdrive. Is DSG ready for the A site hit?
I'm out of here.
Cue the initial D song, but let's see whether or not he falls. Nope, he doesn't, and Chuck quick to fight Kimmy in the end. Darren's still up though. Now here comes Snell Command. Smoked off already here. Cannot get inside. She may took quite a bit of damage there. Not quite sure what happened, but the strafes from Uta, very annoying to handle. Darren for one, shot falls. Uta for two, on to Darren. He's not stopping, he's going aggressive. Styron finally stops his reign of terror here. He peeks,
more.
he falls. Crazy guy one end.
Deploying drone.
More info needed. Spots two. 5 bullets in the barrel, teleports away. Happy to find Cha in the
cannot
end.
use that.
Sharp as ever. This IGL, he can frag.
One enemy
And he wants
remaining.
more. Finally to fall here, leaving Styron with only 38 HP. Cannot hold
It's a
on.
shame you had to die,
And OF
but
take
you
the
were
momentum
part of
back in their
the
hands.
What a shot from Styron though, but then, I mean... Oh, it's just Uta again. Like, Darren was trying so desperately to track him with a crosshair. I mean, oh, it's Crazy Guy got the shot, excuse me. But that's it. Still numbers advantage from OF because Uta was just that fast, and also that Guardian shot taking down the initial players from DSG on the A site. Uta is just such a force to be reckoned with right now on this map, and it's very clear that DSG needs to disable him. I'm laughing because, like, I can imagine a highlight reel from this map where it's just Uta sliding all around the
Doing it
initial
again.
B song.
Yeah, that's very annoying for Darion because he's holding that op, right? And the one
One
thing
shot,
that can throw
yeah.
off the op shots And Neon.
With and initial D songs.
Oh yeah, that too.
That too. Eurobeat. Back towards mid. Oblivion Force are keeping DSG on their
Bring
toes.
them
Previously
down.
it was B, now we're on to mid. It was on A from the previous round. So Styron going into check and get that information. He's just kind of going to give them that mid space. So kind of banking on the fact that perhaps his utility on his team would be able to watch the exits of this connector area.
I mean, one thing about connector, it gives you access to so many parts of the site,
There.
but still, the most important part to remember is getting onto the site has been one of the biggest problems here. But because they're so good at overwhelming and just rushing in, kind of like taking advantage of the amount of people they have, the amount of bodies they have compared to people on the site, that's been working out for them. Styron here waiting.
30 seconds.
Finally sees him in the end. Unfortunately for him, he strays and he wins it. Darren for one, but Q and Cha, they answer back. Darren's not done quite yet. Cha, so low. The knives are gonna whiff. They get the plants.
Spike planted.
Brought up already. No, he changes his mind. Swaps back to the knives. Goes back on the op.
One
Two
enemy
angles
remaining.
here with the classic
Last player
Rhea.
standing.
Gonna find Darren in the end for two, in fact. Rhea! Those shots are lightning speed.
Last round before the
Nice
switch.
demonstration of that towards
Buy
the
the
end of the
best
round.
things you can.
Kimmy, I thought he would have been able to get it, but this just shows how capable Oblivion Force are. Again, the cream of the crop from HKTW. And they are showing just how much they have to offer. Yes, it wasn't the cleanest on Abyss, but here on Pearl, a map that wasn't their pick, they are showing that they have the capabilities to pull it off. That shot from the Headhunter, Uda still being able to slide all around, and it's just enough to throw DSG off, but here comes Kimmy.
Oh, he wants to push and he gets punished. He popped the Empress as well. Uta rendered to only 10 HP left, but his job is to distract, and he wants to do exactly that. Pushes through this, the flash. Now here's Styron with the lockdown. Places it down.
There.
Uta
I'm outta here.
is looking to challenge. Finds no one, does not want to breach that cosmic divide. Oh, crazy guy pushes. Finds Uta, takes him out. That's one
Deploying
big
drone.
juggernaut taken out of the mix, but there's still another 3 to worry about. Smoke on one end, shock darts on the other, just to buy a bit more space and time. Grav well activated. Need to do the level number of utilities. Darion is sharp as ever. Or tap.
At least they tried.
Just dash it out of the way here. Good for
Oh!
Darion! What are those shots? Oh my goodness!
He just lined them up! He dashed away to get out of
Switching
dodge
sides.
from the Nova Pulse or the Gravity Well, but then came back in, lined... More energy, more passion, more passion.
Oh, there's passion and footwork, in fact, from Uta. That flash. Darion stays hidden. He's safe for the time being, but that util dump is enough to say, yeah, let's go to their side, guys.
And oh my god, I'm just like waiting for Tash to suddenly go up at or something.
No, maybe
Up
we'll see.
Okay. Still though, DSG on the attacking side. Hopefully, this is where we get to see them do a little bit more.
Oh, he nearly gets a pick off though. He moved in with that drone. Shock darts
Oh yeah.
barely hits Rhea. He's playing with fire.
I mean, that was pretty awkward. I mean, he was trying to break the drone, tracking the crosshair with the classic, but shooting it a little bit too fast, right? And then Darren peeks off of the drone. More semblances of that DSG teamwork, and we are seeing how they're using that presence to then rotate all the way over onto A. OF senses that something's off though, because it takes a little bit too much time for that B push now, so everyone's headed over to reinforce this A site.
Hear the footsteps. You can see
30
Chatnus
seconds
waiting in
left.
anticipation here. Smokes down, buys some time with the fragment. A flash on top as well. Two already on the side. Boots up for one. Wayne answers. Crazy guy and Wayne one
enemy
each.
remaining.
Achime as well tries to do more of the damage before Darion stops him. And now Rhea with
Spike
only 40
planted.
HP and 1 versus 3. See insane shots from him. Headhunter is up online. Some HP dwindled from Timmy the turret. He's on overtime today, but so is Darion.
Just putting those laborious hours into the game, trying to bring his team back into this 5-8 scoreline right now. It's wonderful how DSG managed to break that apart. You know, you were expecting for Chuck with his fragment grenade to really kind of throw off DSG, but they bypassed all that because of the tailwind from Darren, because Kimmy just kind of hopped over it at the right time, and that really throws it off. Uta tried to make use of the off angle from stairs, but DSG anticipated that. He took him down, and he took everyone else down after that fact.
In Darion's hands is a Marshall. Back straight onto Ria's head. He knew. He already anticipated the push up from the chamber as well. Now it's onto the side, but it was only Ria there. So the slow rotation begins for OF. Knife spots them. Already on top. Kimmy quick to find Shime here, forced out the way with classics. Cha! With 2? With classics? Are you serious right now?
Good little bit of damage, but still a lot of smokes in their faces. And once the spike goes down, that classic,
Right,
the range, I'm afraid it's not gonna assist them too much.
Gun here.
You see the bulldog there. Might try and make a beeline for it. Yeah, they do. Gonna smoke it off here.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Scan. Finds Uta. Shot dart just to buy a bit more time getting them off. For Q. Just waiting to see if anyone were to push up here. I don't think they want to. He's just barely hitting the top side here.
player
Will get
standing.
caught. Wayne had marked him for quite some time. Uta with classic in hand cannot hold on. But it's Wayne that wins big with 3 pickoffs.
Drink some water,
Very well
reload your
played.
mags, and let's
DSG
get
just
back out there.
managing to hold on to 3 guns at the very least, so not too bad. And they still get to buy up, especially with Darren saving up for this op into the next round. Oblivion Force, you know, they show that once again they're still able to fire back, especially even with the classic. But now you're starting to play that mind game back and forth against DSG, who are very capable of sussing out your setups and trying to sell in some of these fakes. And let's see how they adjust around that. This senses into an A push. Uta is running all the way out.
A lot of footsteps here in mid area. Just the drone. Ria. Immediately just obliterates
down,
crazy guy
B.
from the spot. Darion just 2 in off already. Beautiful teamwork coming in for DSG. Cha. Gonna eat the bullets by Kimmy. Quick dismiss straight to the side itself, and she may hear the footsteps, the sounds. She has the optimal timing, and he does. Waiting to fall. Kimmy waiting for him. Gets him in the end. Dismisses out the way. 30 HP left. Have the fast lane as well, just to give access to Uta to her halls. Waits. Staron
One
not
enemy
ready
remaining.
at all.
Last
Darren
player
fights through in the end. Cannot do more than that. The initial opening was great, but it's Uta to end the round.
That's just how the cookie crumbles. Oblivion Force, once again, it's that neon movement that really throws everything for a bit of a haymaker. At the same time, though, Chime landing this crucial shot up against Wayne really evened out the odds for Oblivion Force. Had Chime fallen instead, that could have been a DSG round. So I'm starting to feel like I might want to see Darren not buy up the op anymore. I'm very sorry, but like, Uta and his movement, it's throwing everything off. It's giving what energy? I don't know, Tash.
It's giving neon energy.
Zoomer energy.
Oh yeah, that too. Anyways, coming up here, Ria. He's got a lot of value playing in that corner. And I don't think he wants to change that. He's got, I think as a chamber, he's done his job very well. Being able to hold down B-Long with that op, finding Darion that early, and he wants to do it again.
Thinking about it. Suppressive shots from DSG though. And they've got that triple high-low setup. Now I'm wondering if Starn's able to sneak up from behind onto any other players. Uta has all the information that A site is completely clear.
But the rest of DSG are just kind of hovering around Link here, just to make sure that they can quickly rotate off. Ria still waiting. 2 heads on one end here. Styron gonna find Q over in the mid-side area, but no movement yet from the rest of DSG. It's giving him quiet, it's giving silence. Yeah, misses. Crazy guy goes down. The location has been shown as well. Teleports away from all that he kills up here. Will be flashed. Chop. goes down here. Dwayne thankfully saved by his teammate. One more shot dart. Just to push them off here. Uta's timing is just too good. Sarah and Crazy Guy one each. Uta, unfortunately this time around, cannot catch them in the act. And Crazy Guy, his weight, his patience, gives them the round.
Yeah, I mean, the movement, even though he comes up from behind, it's enough time for Siren and Crazy Guy to swing back around. And again, I gotta correct that statement from before, because even, you know, if Darren is on the opper, he's such an incredible opper. It's just that sometimes Uta might throw him off a little bit. But if he's confident enough to go back in for it, by all means, I mean, he's able to find these frags to stay comfortable enough. And at the same time, the call to make such a play to allow for Siren to sneak up from behind up around Art. OF, they've got to adjust. Their money is starting to run out.
Started off so good for OF as well. They had everything in place, but that's the beauty of that bleed roster before, right? It has always been their attack side that was feared, and it's starting, the pattern is starting to begin again.
That's exactly it, and you gotta see how Oblivion Force might be able to turn things around. Uta still has his overdrive, and he is still pushed all the way up towards 8 minutes, so once again confirming that no one is here. Now it comes down to Rhea, and that confirms it.
It's always been the battle of Rhea with that drone, and Darion taking over. Already saw the lyric to come through as well. Chat waiting for the swarms just to clear out. Me playing very close here with the smokes. Tries to back off, get the plant. But he's still another 4 people. Overdrive online here can give them a lot of space. They spray and he goes down. Q for 1-2 even! It looks so good. This is a round where they don't have the proper guns. But the shots are just so good. Buy some time with the molly. You have the Cosmic Divide as well, just to buy a bit more cover. Uta, back and forth here. Q in the corner. Will be obliterated finally by Uta! That is a nuisance, a thorn in DSG's side, and they will be the first team to hit double digits here.
Someone put some handcuffs on this guy and throw him in jail, because that is straight up criminal, Tash. Overdrive, he hopped up on those boxes, made use of the Cosmic Divide so that you can't hear him doing all of that. And then off of that parkour, he just comes in with the laser beam. DSG, I mean, that was a thrifty.
It really was. They only had sheriffs in hand, but Q's shots just now, he got 3.
Exactly.
Oh,
the
man.
positioning and everything. I mean, they have the reads up against DSG, and even with the guns, DSG not quite able to turn things around. So back into these AP presence.
There they are.
Early Hunter's Fury as well, just working off every single info he has, but no pickoffs, only chip damage. You have Darion to pick off Chime, but still Uta to come up on top because of Darion there. Bit of damage onto Cha, but nothing too serious right now.
I mean, they recognize the fact that Uta continually pushes out of A, so they wanted to punish that with the play, but even then, Hunter's Fury not quite able to find too much. Darren was lost. At the very least, they got this double duelist set up, but this is where Kimmy now needs to be the one to step up. DSG in a bit of a back spot. They need to find a way back into this game.
Oh! For 2!
Spike down mid.
No one passes him! No one denies him! But Kimmy onto the side already. This Hero Vandal doing numbers for the team. Get the plant.
Spike planted.
Still, number disadvantage for DSG. An op for the retake for Rhea at the very least, but we all know if he sees a pixel out of spot, he will immediately pop that head.
Top of B main.
Could be a thing here. They're gonna get pincered for
Last
sure.
player standing.
There we go. Chop. Good pick off. Crazy Guy. Knife already. Where to look was Rhea just peeks out like that. And right now, OF just running with the rounds, and DSG have no idea how to stop these retakes from happening.
Yeah, Oblivion Force, they are now 2 rounds away from closing this out. DSG, they don't have the money now. And things are starting to look a little bit grim. It's the retakes, it's the way that they hold and control the map as well, and DSG, even with the information that they have, they're not quite sure how to deal against players like Uta. Yes, they rotated over onto B to get the spike down, but they couldn't, well, they didn't quite know that someone would come out from B main at the same time. And if you look at how that retake played out, Oblivion Force timed the push alongside Rhea's warning shot through the wall there. And that's just impressive teamwork. You gotta admire how Oblivion forces on this map. So back into it. Again, Uta checking A main as, you know, that human drone that Neon does.
He doesn't even care about
DSG.
being reconned.
Yeah, they're trying to ignore that because they know that he's just gonna be able to make it out alive anyway. So in towards middle now. If they can find Q or perhaps Chuck, then a little bit different.
Good opening by Steron finding Uta, but Chat has a pick of his own there. Cute. And look, timing is good. A big
Spike
straight
down
by
mid.
Kimmy saves his life. Gets an upgrade as well.
I have this bike.
Alright, Uta's gone. Even numbers, Rhea's still alive and he's got that off, but if DSG can take down Chime, push into the A site, that would give them a huge advantage.
Check dugout yet. He breaks in. Hunt and falls to goal here. They see him. They spray him
One
as well.
enemy
Good to find
remaining.
Steron. Good find Crazy
player
Guy.
standing.
But Kimmy, he looks good. Sharp right now. 3 picks already. But he only has 65 HP. Well, never mind. That was Nightfall. Still, bit of chip damage there. But we know the biggest strength of Rhea is those hit shots. Up in hand. Where to look? Is aiming. Kimmy with 4. Ah, that crouch really threw off his crosshair, and that was how he played the game.
Yeah, Kimmy! Oh my god, what a clutch! I mean, the way that he came back into that looked so good. Trying to keep DSG stream alive for finishing this off 2-0. Great little nightfall from Chime, but unfortunately it took time away from him. He still was able to take those Tyron in the back though. And that looked pretty darn impressive. But then again, this all happens now with the adjustment that DSG would hold back, trying to take down Uta as he kind of does that little airstrafe jump peaks all around A main. If they can do that again, that might be good, but Uta's definitely going to make some more cautious adjustments around that this time. Now we're back into Chuck holding the off angle towards B link, and you also have Q still up around Art. Darren trying to toy with this, in with the operator.
Q's waiting for him though. Marks him. The shots
Oh!
are true. Q! Sharp as ever. Wallbang headshot. A single pixel out of space. Out of place, excuse me, is all he needs. He smoked off. But he's willing to play a little bit more close.
My
Steron
ultimate is ready.
has the ultimate online already. The timing right here, locked out already. His teammate's not really close.
Initiated.
Trying to do that. They can flush him out. They can flush the teammates out. Be ready for them as they move away here. Q still unmoved. Waiting for the last possible moment to shoot heads. Moves back. They spotted him. Has to give up that space. Kimmy's marking him. He has Empress online as well. Ruta already on the site. Waiting for a dugout here. DSG hasn't really